Do you enjoy walking, nature? Do you have time to embrace the world, calm your mind? I live in a big city in Poland my whole life. I was born there. And I want to show you some places you probably weren't expected after big city. Exploring is one of my passions. I like to notice little things and enjoy them. I would have gone crazy if I couldn't go and hide somewhere in the wild from time to time. Wrocław has over 600,000 inhabitants and 111 bridges. A river Odra flows through the city. It's the second largest river in Poland. It creates many little islands and interesting formations in the city, and very often they are really magical places. At the beginning of my journey, I encountered such a scene. This little, I assume a beetle, got caught, still alive and fighting, yet with no chance. The spider is wrapping it tightly with its threads. That's nature. Get a meal or be a meal. For me it's not cruel, it's just what it is. People though, people made the world a cruel place. As we like to think about ourselves, higher intelligence. It's not always a positive thing, I guess. There is something like this above a spider struggling to eat its meal. It's hard for me to tell what it is, but definitely there are a lot of birds, along with nests and baby birds. Just listen to them. I visited one place that I had been planning to visit for a long time. Today was the day. It is kind of headland on the river. I didn't know what to expect or if it's even free place to go. I don't know if you have similar feeling, but sometimes I can feel the place. I can't explain that, but sometimes when I walk in certain places, I feel really good or really bad. Bad like my stomach is in my throat all the time. And I don't have particular thoughts, but only feelings of that thought. If that makes sense, probably not. Cut to the chase. I didn't feel good there from the moment I even walked by this. And the deeper I go, worse I felt. Like something terrible happened there. Just dark, unbearable feeling around your heart and the back of your head. These kind of places are unforgettable and they drown you a bit, but you never want to go back. I really can't explain that. Share your experience. Anyway, it's not that loud on the footage, but you can still hear sounds of the city. Fortunately, birds are louder. There are only few people, anglers. It's a real hobby around here. In your city as well? Personally, I've never done that. And I don't know if I want to. You can get out of this jungle and see the world again. Of course, there is a lot of campfires. People still like to go back to their roots, huh? Yeah, me too. Sometimes we can find pictures like this also. Death is shocking for people almost always. People avoid this subject. It's not comfortable, it's not pleasant, not pretty, always painful. It's natural to avoid this, but we shouldn't. Fear is natural, but not helpful. When we understand, we can process things better. We know causes and effects of life. When I was coming back to the entrance, I encountered this weak bee. She was crawling sluggishly through the middle of the path. I picked some flour to lift her from the ground, also figured that she was hungry. She immediately started to rummage through a flower, looking for nectar. There were beehives right next to me, but behind the fence. I couldn't go there, so instead I put her on this mini meadow nearby. I wasn't sure if she won't fall down again, but I didn't know what else to do. After a while, she seemed like she was just resting. There are few buildings at the entrance. I have no idea what could that be though. They don't look so nice and there's a lot of garbage here and there. Definitely not abandoned. In one place we can see several sculptures. One is definitely creepy. I am not convinced who the big head is. It looks a bit like Fryderyk Chopin, Polish composer, but not quite. The second hand in turn certainly belongs to Józef Piłsudski. He was Polish social and independence activist, soldier, politician, statesman, chief of the Polish state, Commander-in-Chief of the Polish Army, First Marshal of Poland in 1920s. A leader of many fields, he had a decisive influence on the shape of the internal and foreign policy of the Second Polish Republic. He used to say, "Right is like an ass, everyone has their own." Next to Piłsudski's head, there is a copy of a bear sculpture from the Mount Ślęża, which is located near Wrocław. This bear, or a boar, is a statue with an alleged cult role, probably created in a Latin period, around 400 to 200 BC, placed in 1903 on the top of Ślęża, associated with the Celtic culture. Lastly, the big bull. I'm lost here. It is similar to something, but I can't remember where I saw that. If you know, let me know. Going forward, oh, that's me, hi. The first building in this headland, it's probably the former riverman's house, out of use, I suppose. When I was on my way home, I decided to take another new path. I saw there a couple of squirrels. They are mostly common in Poland, yet it's always fascinating to peek into their lives. I felt some like a stalker. Remarkable how they can keep their tiny bodies in the trees. I wonder what that one was eating on that tree. Maybe resin? It was a really charming place. Just before leaving to the main street, I discovered this wonderful tree, weeping willow, and a little surprise underneath. Of course, I had to give it a try. I loved swinging as a child. Why not to do that anymore? I think everyone should nurture their child within. As adults, we are often crushed by stress, responsibilities, and sad experiences. It's good to feel sometimes like a child, playfully, carefree, joyful. Nothing wrong with that. That would be it. That's how I spend my free days sometimes. And it's all practically in the center of the city. Let me know what you think in the comment section and please like and subscribe to help me grow. Thank you for being with me.